So here we are again, another warning about my abuse life. And I'm picking up where Steve had protected me from the girls trying to flush me down the toilet. So I don't know if you've ever been bullied in school or not. And I had been for many, many years. And it's all because I was the town slut and no one understood. And Steve and his goons, love him to death now. Um, Steve and his buddies protected me. And if Steve wasn't around, he always made sure that I was protected. So I was more like his little sister. And it got to the point that I started hanging out with him after school at his house with his mom. And his mom was so cool. She wanted to be the cool mom. Everything was wicked this and wicked that. She tried to use the correct slang for the time, right? Miss that woman. Oh, my stars. What a wonderful woman. And I kind of fell in love with Steve's brother, Jeff. Oh, my stars. I loved him. And yes, we had sex. Almost upon meeting, we did. Steve found out and he was furious. Him and Jeff got into many fistfights over me, and I felt horrible. And I didn't understand why they got into fistfights over me. Of course, not then I didn't. And it was all the fact that Steve was trying to protect me and Jeff was trying to use me. And he knew his brother was just nothing but a womanizer. But anyway, so school was hard. I was never a straight A student. I got C's, sometimes D's, sometimes F's. And a lot of it was because I didn't study because she didn't want us around the house. Um, Steve did the best he could to protect me. And when I was about 14, my dad my dad would call, every weekend. So I always heard from dad. So that wasn't, but this one time he called and he wanted to know if I wanted to come to Oregon and be with him. I was ecstatic. I'm like, yes, please get me out of here. And so after talking with my mother and those two arguing a lot, I was able to fly from New York to Oregon by myself at the age of 14. And I flew in, and dad thought I was supposed to be there at 11 at night. I got there at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I was by myself until my dad came. And back then, in those days, the stewardesses would stay with you until your parents came to get you. And they were very nice about all that. So that was kind of cool. That I kind of liked.